know how big a Shah Rukh Khan fan I am, right? I'm obsessed with him.
Yes.
Once he was at this interview and a reporter asked him, कोई controversy हो गई, किसी ने कुछ बोल दिया शाहरुख खान के बारे में, तो एक बड़ी लंबी चौड़ी एक बताने के बाद रिपोर्टर asked, how do you feel about this? तो शाहरुख said कि मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि क्योंकि मैं वो हूँ जो मैं हूँ, लोग मेरे बारे में बात करते हैं ना, फेमस हो जाते हैं. So लोग फेमस हो जाते हैं, उनका काम चलता रहता है. I'm happy for that. Do you think it's the same case with you? He of course has a great sense of humor, we know that.
So do I.
You as well. But मुझे बताएं कि आपको लगता है कि आपके साथ
I relate to him a lot.
Recently फिरदौस जमाल साहब ने आपके बारे में कोई कमेंट किया. फैसल कुरैशी भी थे, as I was saying, उन्होंने कह दिया कि जी उनको तो बड़ी कोई हिट फिल्म नहीं मिली. उन्होंने फिरदौस साहब इज a big star, बड़े लेजेंड है. उन्होंने कह दिया कि नहीं जी हमारे उम्र ही नहीं है कि वो हीरोइन स्टफ नहीं है. How do you deal with these sorts of comments?
It's okay, it's his opinion. It's his opinion. I would not have come out and written that letter if everybody from the industry had not come out, and because I didn't speak to anybody about this. Nobody. Except for Sarmad. And of course these guys were all around me. Nobody else did I speak to. Give me really tweet. I've never done that. I will never do that. So all of all of my peers and contemporaries and my just my fellow fraternity people who came out and spoke out again for it, I was like, oh my God, like, wow, this is huge. And what is this support? Why am I getting this support? It was just his opinion. The support was actually because of how they have known me all these years. The support wasn't for that, oh, that's a wrong opinion. The support was, don't degrade a person who has worked so hard. I think that was the support. The reason why I came out and finally, and you know me, I don't talk about anything.
Yeah.
I choose to remain silent all the time. That's my go-to. Chup raho, khatam karo. In fact, with Amna, that's what I had said. कि मैं चुप रहती हूँ तो शायद इसलिए. But I just thought, I need to put this out there. It's very important that maybe 20 years down the line, someone reads this letter of mine and gets inspired. I think there is a big issue right now. हम बड़ी casually, ये मैंने आमना के साथ भी कहा था, उठ के एक दूसरे को बस
write off कर देते हैं.
Write off नहीं.
I mean, negative comments.
आप ये नहीं, ये वो नहीं, ये
statements.
And again, I respect his views. He's a veteran actor, and I will always respect my seniors, always. But there is
a way, and a place, and also, अगर मैं आपको गंदा करूँगी और आप मुझे गंदा करेंगे, फिर मुझे कोई right नहीं है कि मैं trolls जो faceless, nameless trolls social media पे होते हैं, उनको कुछ कहूँ. I don't have the right. Because वो लोग तो अगर आर्टिस्ट ही आर्टिस्ट को गंदा कर रहा है, so that was my thing. And yes, I do feel I'm
going back to what Shahrukh said.
Going back to
not
going back to what
Firdous Saab, but otherwise.
No, not Firdous Saab, but going back to what Shahrukh said. I mean, there are a lot of things Shahrukh says that I'm like. There are times where I've had comments. I mean, I agree with him on so many levels. Sometimes he's talking in an interview and I'm like, I feel exactly the same way. I was watching his interview where he was saying, he's like, sometimes I feel like I'm part of a Truman Show. Like, wait, so there are people who call me the biggest star of the country, but then they also said that I'm a bad actor. So wait, is this all just a... And that's sometimes...
Yeah.
I'm like so confused. I'm like, wait, but is that the right thing? Or so people come to watch me, so these fans come to see me because... So it's all... muddled.
I mean, if you weren't a superstar, why would so many people come out and support you the next day and say all these things? कि यार कि नहीं है.
Forget it. Trust me, it's.
मुझे ये बताएं. Every few days there's something spectacular coming out. Superstar को लेके गाने आते हैं तो एक तूफान मच जाता है. प्रोमो कुछ जो एक दो आए हैं उसकी वजह से भी बहुत ज़्यादा हाइप क्रिएट हो रही है. फैंस की एक्सपेक्टेशंस भी बहुत बढ़ी हैं. On a personal level, आप लोगों को किस तरह का feedback मिल रहा है?
Well, I don't think that I have ever gotten such good feedback for a trailer of mine. So I've had Bin Roy and Varna and Saad Bin. I'm talking about, you know, I'm not talking about Reyes because that was another kind of feedback, you know. But for a film, even Reyes, I mean, this has been the kind of feedback जो मुझे इस ट्रेलर के लिए मिली हो पता नहीं क्यों. I can't put my finger on it. क्या चीज़ है इस ट्रेलर में जिससे like people loved it, and the feedback I'm getting is even from मतलब इंडस्ट्री के जो लोग हैं ना जो हमेशा मुझे मैसेज करके सच बोल देते हैं यार ये या ये everybody has been just like we loved it, so I'm happy about, and it's also scary
because there's more responsibility.
Yeah, I mean, responsibility नहीं expectations ना suddenly it's like oh यार अब हर गाना जो आता है I'm like worrying and thinking कि अब ये आएगा और अब कुछ और होगा because हर गाना एक different उसका एक चीज़
फिल्म का हिस्सा
yeah, so I mean फिल्म के तो हिस्सा है लेकिन उसका एक you know everything is so different, right? Whether it's Noori or In Dino or Bekara, so they're different, so I knew that people will like In Dino. I wasn't sure people will like Noori.
What about you, Bilal? आपको किस तरह का feedback मिला है?
Well, I've like Mahira said, I think जो पहली चीज़ हमारी रिलीज हुई थी that was Bekara, and जो पहली चीज़ हमने शूट भी की थी that was Bekara. So we got great response from everybody, and the trailer, in all honesty, even I haven't gotten this kind of feedback ever on any of my film trailers. It's been extremely positive from within the industry and from outside, and of course songs. You have different reactions on different songs. I think धड़क भड़क का reaction बहुत एक mixed reaction आया है from people, but I feel के सब सही जा रहा है.
अच्छा, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm sure you guys have watched अभिमान. तो मैंने जब ट्रेलर देखा तो मुझे इंस्टेंटली थोड़ा सा लगा कि यार ये अभिमान तो नहीं है कहीं, बिकॉज यू नो शुरू में ऐसे होता है कि your character is discovered possibly by Bilal's character Sameer, and then there's something happens, and then you know Nadeem साहब के साथ आपका एक dialogue है where he says कि you know कि she's become a bit too successful now, शायद that's the problem. तो ये अभिमान से मिलती जुलती कहानी है या नहीं?
I wish एक दिन हम अभिमान भी बनाएं, because अभिमान is one of my personal favorites. नहीं, it's nothing like Abhiman. देखिए, I really think this, that if you, I mean, of course you can relate any film with any film, you know, where we're talking about success and failure, and one being more successful or as successful or not as successful as the other. तो यहाँ आपको फिर होगा कि वही उसका genre क्या है? A Star Is Born. मैंने आशिकी नहीं देखी, but मुझे पता है that it's a remake of. Yeah, and Abhiman is, of course, Abhiman, which was also about this couple, you know, who faced this kind of. It's nothing like that, except for the fact that हाँ ये दोनों artists हैं, और वही एक struggle success path, but it's nothing like A Star Is Born or Abhiman.
It's actually a very simple story of two people. That's the best way.
Yeah, I mean I can say that on record. It's nothing like Abhiman.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that at its core, is it about Sameer's struggles or perhaps Noori's struggle, or is it just a love story?
It's a love story.
Love story. Yeah.
Yeah.
एक प्यार भरी love story.
It's a love story, but because it's so important. You know what I like about this film, and we have to watch it really to see क्योंकि हर चीज़ you know आप bits and pieces में देखते हैं. लेकिन मुझे जो चीज़ अच्छी लगती है वो ये है कि even Nadeem साहब's character, you know, हर चीज़ को wrap किया हुआ है, उसको एक full and final एक closure दिया है, which is very important.
Every character has a complete arc, and like she mentioned, Beg sahab's character is kind of the backbone.
It's the backbone, you know. So but like you said, क्या ये नूर की struggle है, समीर की struggle है, ये actually दोनों की struggle है, you know. Journey है, और आप देखेंगे first half भी आप देखेंगे कि किसकी जर्नी है और क्या होता है, और second half, so it's really divided very beautifully.
Yeah.
Bilal, a little bit about your character, because हमने ट्रेलर में कुछ sequences ऐसे भी देखे हैं where towards the end you're you know part of some sort of a press conference, and if I'm not mistaken there's some sort of a like you know इंडिया की तरफ कोई इशारा या क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेंशन या इस तरह का कुछ एक एस्पेक्ट आया है नज़र? थोड़ी सी क्लैरिटी मिल सकती है उसके ऊपर?
I feel this is something which I will not comment much about because it is an important part of the film which I'd rather that you discover when you watch the film. However, I will say that there is a positive message in there for art and artists. I mean that's the best way to put it basically.
अब विल बी इंटरेस्टिंग टू सी कि वो माहिरा की जर्नी से उस तरफ किधर निकल गई है एकदम, वो देखना पड़ेगा हमें कि आप शुरू हुई हैं और यूं मत देखिए मुझे।
मैं देख रही हूँ, मैं ऐसी नजरों से देख रही हूँ कि ये इसने किससे बातें की हैं।
नहीं, it's obvious in the
Is it? Because nobody picked up on it.
Yeah.
So for me it's like
हर एक की अब आंखें फिर मेरी तरह तो नहीं होती।
वैसे ये तो है।
ये तो मानेंगे आप।
Yeah,
बट बिलाल, I mean, कुछ अपने कैरेक्टर के बारे में उसके ट्रेट्स आपसे मिलते जुलते हैं नहीं है, completely different है?
You know, funny thing is I feel that while I was playing Sameer, I feel I've evolved in a way while doing Superstar, and I do feel that yes, of course, उसके अपने characteristics हैं समीर के, लेकिन चीज़ें मिलती हैं, you know, कुछ romantic चीज़ें मिलती हैं और कुछ और general चीज़ें जो हैं वो जो traits हैं, personality वो of course मिलते हैं. However, there are differences as well.